Hello everyone, my name is Michelle Olivares, and today I'm going to be reliving a very good memory that I have, and I'm going to share that experience with all of you. Before I start off, I just want to ask you a quick question. Have you ever traveled outside of state or out of the country? Well, my first time traveling outside of the country was to Mexico. And prior to me flying to Mexico, I had seen on social media and a lot of people had been telling me negative things about Mexico. Whether it be that there was a lot of robberies, a lot of gang violence, that Mexico was just a dirty place. I had heard so many negative things about it that on the way to Mexico, all I could think about was all of these negative thoughts that I had been told. But what really surprised me was when I got to Mexico, it was the most beautiful place I had ever been. The weather was nice and warm. There were a lot of mountains. The landscape there was amazing. There were so many stores, very traditional Mexican stores I had seen all over the place. And a lot of people were walking to wherever they needed to get to. And that really surprised me and interested me because where I live, people usually use like the bus or cars for transportation. I don't really see many people walking around. But in Mexico, most of the people there walked wherever they wanted to go. And at that moment, I realized I shouldn't have let all of the negative things that I had seen on social media or that other people have told me, I shouldn't have let that affect how I felt about going to Mexico. Before going to Mexico, I was having second thoughts about going because all of the negativity that I had heard from Mexico. But the lesson that I want everyone to learn from this is don't judge a book by its cover. I had judged the way that the community in Mexico was even before I had stepped foot in Mexico's soil. I was really amazed by everything that Mexico offered. It was very beautiful and I loved it there. I loved every second that I was there. From that moment on, I stopped letting people's words affect me and make me feel like I should feel a certain type of way towards what other people think. I shouldn't have let those negative thoughts affect me and make me change my mind about how I should have felt about Mexico. And that's a lesson that everybody here should know. Don't judge anything. Go to every country that you want to without having these negative thoughts. Yes, it's good to do research on where you're going, what the community is like, how the environment is, how people live there. But at the same time, you shouldn't be focused on all of the negativity that people have been telling you about the place. You should never judge something unless you have experienced it. In my spot, I should have never judged how Mexico was before I got there. Because once I got there, my eyes really opened and I realized that everybody else has their own opinion. And maybe we saw things different, but I felt like Mexico was a very beautiful place. And I've been back a couple times after that time. And I just want all of you guys to know that your opinion matters and that everybody else's negativity shouldn't cloud your opinion on whatever it is that you shall do. Whether it be to travel around the world, to travel to another country, to try foods that you never knew existed, or anything of that matter. Don't let other people's negativity cloud your opinion and how you feel about something that you're doing. Thank you for your time, and I hope you enjoy me telling you this memory of mine.